We kept things pretty quiet to get this new work week and school week for the kids started, but temperatures, they're struggling to take the hint that we're going into the middle of September. It should still not be this hot, but on the heels of wrapping up our weekend with highs in the lower 90s yesterday, we dropped back into the mid 60s this morning and topped back out at least at 93 at Joplin Regional Airport. As far as what we're keeping an eye on down the road, I still thankfully have our next storm system still on the way, not only with our best shot for rain chances likely on Wednesday, but a chance for warm temperatures to sneak back in here. We're talking about highs in the 80s for the next couple of days. But once we get into the weekend, after the front decides to skedaddle, it's all about the late summer heat back in action once again as we head toward the coming weekend. In the meantime, though, still looking good. Mostly sunny skies for the most part across 7th and Range Line from the east side of Joplin. We're sitting at 91. Feels only like 90 because of a south wind gusting at 25 miles per hour. And that's not pumping up a lot of humidity just yet, at least. That's why the dew point is still in the upper 50s. So definitely feels good for any outdoor plans this evening or any outdoor exercise. Certainly take advantage of the weather while it's still here. Upper 80s, lower 90s, all across the board. And these numbers cranked up once again because of our southerly breeze during the day at 5 to 15, gusts over 20 miles per hour at times. We still have the wind sustained at 5 to 15 miles per hour. That's going to keep us warm for much of this evening, but eventually we'll drop to 78 by 10 o'clock, 76 by midnight. Eventually, though, we will drop back near 71 in many locations as we go into the rest of the overnight hours ahead of us. Even though we didn't have a lot to track here in the immediate area, we have just a couple of showers, maybe a random storm or two around Texarkana and other parts of central and southern Arkansas. But we're waiting for this frontal boundary, the stationary front and even the cold front off to our north and west. This is what's going to bring us our shot for rain, certainly by Wednesday, but it could be as early as Tuesday afternoon or evening. We'll check on the future track in a moment. And certainly that frontal boundary on the way because of our sinking jet stream. But as long as we were still on the warmer side of the jet today, we kept highs in the 90s. But I don't think we'll do it again for tomorrow. Why? Because as these two systems start to edge closer to us, we'll have overnight lows dropping back into the lower 70s. And you can see how partly sunny skies want to start filtering back in as we go through the course of the afternoon. Despite that, I think much of the day is going to be dry, but eventually we will see temperatures only make it into the upper 80s. 71 in the morning, 84 by noon, afternoon highs around 89. Maybe a slight chance for a thunderstorm late Tuesday afternoon, but I think our best shot for rain and storms will be really ramping up Tuesday night through the overnight and into Wednesday morning. Some of these could be strong with some pockets of heavy rain, but I'm not expecting anything severe though. But if we see the rain unfold like we do here on the future track before the rain skedaddles Wednesday afternoon, I think a good number of us will be fair game to pick up a 1/10 to maybe an inch of rainfall, and that will certainly keep highs in the mid 80s for Wednesday. Once we get past Thursday, though, and another day with highs in the mid to upper 80s, look at the jet stream head back to the north. This keeps us pretty quiet, and this will definitely allow the summer heat to come working back into the area. 89 tomorrow, 68 for Wednesday morning before we only top out at 85 for Wednesday afternoon. Upper 80s, still not too bad for Thursday, but once we hit the weekend and early next week now, lows back near 70 and highs, we'll have to head back into the lower to middle 90s.
Well, of course they will, but we'll enjoy this relatively cooler weather while it's here.
Certainly will.
Thanks, Nick.